HBO's new series The Penguin has been getting a lot of positive feedback online. The series gives us a deeper dive into Gotham's underworld. It gives us a new look at classic characters and introduces fresh faces from the DC universe. Outside of Colin Farrell's excellent performance as the Penguin, there is one character in particular who fans have a taking to, Sofia Falcone, who in my opinion is probably the best character in the series so far. But what makes Sofia Falcone such a compelling villain, and what sets her apart from all the other villains in the DC universe? In this video we'll be going over why Sofia might just be one of the most powerful, intelligent and terrifying villains Gotham has seen. Before we get into the video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel to never miss a video like this. So what makes Sofia such a great and interesting villain? Point 1. Legacy and motivation. Let's start with her backstory. Sofia Falcone isn't just a standard mobster from the Falcone family. She's the daughter of Carmine Falcone, one of Gotham's most influential mob bosses. Growing up, she witnessed the highs and lows of Gotham's mob life, which shaped her into a formidable player herself. But unlike her father, Sofia isn't content with merely running the family business. She wants to evolve it to how she wants it. In The Penguin, Sofia's motivations are crystal clear. She's not in it for the money or power alone, but she wants the respect. She wants this respect as throughout most of her life she's been overshadowed by her father and was always kind of seen as Falcone's daughter and not her own boss. Sofia also then got betrayed by her father and a lot of other members of her family and kind of lost a lot of respect within the mob world. So she's on a mission to gain the respect she believes she deserves. She wants the Falcone name to carry as much weight as Batman's symbol or even Penguin's empire. The depth of motivation makes her far more dangerous than a typical crime boss and isn't scared to make big decisions and sacrifices to get it. Part 2. Psychological manipulation. Sofia is a master of psychological manipulation. She understands people, especially people like Penguin, who crave power and respect. In The Penguin, we see Sofia expertly maneuver her way into Gotham's power circles. She knows exactly when to apply pressure and when to let others believe they're in control. Sofia's manipulation doesn't just create tension for the Penguin, it keeps viewers on edge, wondering what her next move will be and who she'll double cross next. We see this in the recent episode where Sofia actually kidnaps Penguin's mom. She understands that Penguin's mom's his weakness and uses this against him. This is what makes her such a great villain. She doesn't just use pure force or manpower or even intelligence. She has a deeper psychological understanding of the people she's up against, and she uses her mind, her charm and her words to get what she wants. This ability to manipulate and control people around her makes her one of the most dangerous people in Gotham. Part 3. A new kind of power dynamic. In The Penguin, we're seeing an interesting new power dynamic play out between Sofia and Oswald. Penguin is a character who thrives on chaos and unpredictability. He's fought his way up through sheer will and ruthlessness. But Sofia, she's different. She approaches power with strategy and patience, in comparison to Penguin's more explosive rise. Sofia doesn't need to flaunt her power. She can sit back, smile and let others self-destruct. Watching her and Penguin butt heads adds layers to both the characters, especially because they represent two different visions of Gotham's future. While Penguin wants to create a new order through terror, Sofia envisions an empire that can stand the test of time. The clash of styles makes some incredible scenes in The Penguin. Sofia pushes Penguin to his limits, showing him that brute force alone won't be enough to win in Gotham. Part 4. An unpredictable wild card. One of the best parts about Sofia's character in The Penguin is her unpredictability. She doesn't play by Gotham's usual rules. Sure, she understands them, but she's willing to break them if it doesn't suit her. This makes her a wild card in the city full of dangerous characters. Sofia is willing to work with or against anyone, depending on what benefits her the most. She can switch sides, cut ties and force alliances, all in the blink of an eye. We see this in episode 4, where she takes the bold move to actually kill all of the Falcone family so she can take control by gassing everyone in the house. And just in episode 4 alone, you get to see a deeper side of Sofia, as this was basically showing you how she became a standard character to the person we see today, which is more of the unhinged, power-driven boss. You get to see how she was stood up by her dad to go to prison, and how she gets abused in prison for years, and no one really cares of her. Her family dismisses her. Then when she comes out, she gets her revenge by essentially killing all of them and taking control of the family business. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best episodes I've seen across all series, and definitely in The Penguin so far. This unpredictability keeps not us as the users all on edge, but also the people in the story. We don't know who she's going to betray, what she's going to do. Part 5. Similarity to other DC villains. Sofia Falcone shares surprising similarities with other iconic DC villains like Joker and Harley Quinn. Like the Joker, Sofia thrives in psychological warfare, using manipulation and mind games rather than brute force to keep her enemies off balance and uncertain. She wields her charm and intellect, much like the Joker's chaotic charisma, pulling people into her schemes and exploiting their weaknesses. And like Harley Quinn, Sofia uses her allure and cunning mask to a much darker, ruthless side. Both Harley and Sofia understand how to weaponize their own vulnerability, manipulating others into underestimating them. While Sofia doesn't wear a costume or embody a theoretical persona, I feel like she's up there with the Joker and Harley Quinn, and is definitely no less terrifying. A lot of the times throughout the season, when watching Sofia, it did remind me a lot of these two villains. I think because the Penguin series is more situated around showing Gotham as more of a gang place with gang culture, crime bosses and that kind of nature, rather than a superhero film, she doesn't get represented in the same way maybe a Joker and Harley Quinn would, as they obviously have a lot of costumes and makeup on, and she's just as dangerous as a lot of Gotham's classic villains. What makes her unique in my eyes is her origin story and how that played out on camera. It makes us as viewers really invested into the character and really on edge to see how that character will develop and what she will do next. But what do you think about Sofia Falcone? Does she deserve a spot amongst the greatest DC villains? Personally, I love the character and I think it'd be great to see her in more DC series and also potentially even in DC movies moving forward. But let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching and remember to subscribe. We haven't finished the Penguin series yet, there still is one more episode, so I'll be making a few more videos about it once it's finished.